What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Let's Play for Lords of the Fallen. I'm Greg, and this is Tomas. Hey, Tomas.
Hey, how you doing, Greg?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad.
You made this game all by yourself.
Come on, please.
No,
please,
someone helped
don't
you?
be like that. No, this whole team. I mean, it's not 800 people working in that game,
Sure.
but it's like about 50 people.
All right, that's a good size. And what's impressive is the game looks awesome. We saw it at PAX. Damon
Does
and
it really?
Damon and I
Thank you
saw it at
very
PAX.
much.
Big-time fans. We couldn't show any gameplay. You've brought a 7-minute demo for us to go through, but real quick, you're going to give the elevator pitch over these concept arts we're seeing. What is Lords of the Fallen?
I'm not going to bore you with this because I know everybody would like to see the gameplay. But,
They want to see the giant bosses and the awesome gameplay? Yeah, usually.
No, I generally feel. I generally think it's fair for the audience to make them comfortable with what this game is. Actually, we're an action RPG set in medieval fantasy kind of setting. I think a lot of people feel comfortable and kind of familiar with this. But because we're an action RPG, we're a game that is fairly complex in terms of gameplay. In terms of it's let's say it's a combat-centric kind of experience.
Well, that's what I liked a lot about the demo. Like when you were showing it at PAX, right? You were talking about the fact that you couldn't run in button mash. You had to be methodical, right?
Yes.
You had to look at your enemy, understand their weaknesses, and go and counter them.
Yes, we really believe that it can be extremely fun if you base the entertainment, the fun of playing at certain games on that, on learning that.
Right.
We think it can work, and we're actually trying to pull that off with Lords of the Fallen. And yeah, so just very quickly, the premise, the lore, the background of the game is a couple thousand years ago, people have fought and successfully defeated their god. That's and his army, of course. That's what happened millennia ago. They actually found a clever trick to entrap him under the ground. As a last desperate move, he tried to break free, and that's what you see right now, this giant hand. For a lot of people, it's just a symbol of the ancient times. And the demons are back. They're starting to reappear. That's the beginning of our game. We don't know yet why. And here's the hero that we've crafted for this game. His name is Harkin, and it's a concrete personality. It's a predefined guy. He has his face, his story, his looks, and name as well. And he's done a lot of bad things in his life. And to put it short, to make it really, really short, the things that happened to him in life predestined him to be able to look at what is happening from a different angle. People call it fight evil with evil.
Yeah.
He's the guy who could actually pull it off, and you're going to be fighting. You're going to be that guy in Lords of the Fallen.
Great. You want to see some gameplay? You've seen a lot of it. I want to see it real bad. Here we go.
Let's go. All right. So speaking about tactical combat and speaking about things regarding the classes, we're going to be showing some of the rogue gameplay first. That's the opponent that is really fast and agile. So it's important that you try to sort of adjust the gear that you're using towards the opponent.
Right, you need to be able to move quickly too and get behind them, right?
That's exactly what I did in this part of the game. Also, getting a perfect timing and perfect positioning can get you very well lined up for a critical strike.
So you showed this at PAX to us. Damon and I immediately start throwing around words like maybe it's the first next-gen Zelda.
I remember that one. Yeah,
right. Oh, it's got combat like Demon's Souls, Dark Souls. Oh, it's it reminds us a lot of Darksiders. Did you immediately take like a hard gulp and like, oh gosh, we got a lot to live up to?
Quite the opposite, to be honest. Quite the opposite, because of course Souls series is I think it's a fair. I think we're a bit faster, more arcade kind of style. But I think Zelda, you sort of hit the nail in the head with this one, because exploration is a very interesting and strong part of this game. You can find alternative paths, and you unlock new worlds, so your world gets bigger as you play this game. I think this is a really cool thing about this game. I'm going to be fighting another agile guy in here, and I'm going to be using 2 daggers. I will be trying to pull off a combo, because each weapon has a certain element of timing tactics to it. Did I mention the word arcade? Did I? And yeah, in this case, if you perfectly time your strikes, you can pull off a special combo. Nice. I'm not sure whether I managed to do it with this guy, but probably the next one I managed to pull off a
You're just warming
combo.
up.
Yeah. So there we go. That's one thing. The other thing is I already mentioned that, but we do encourage re-exploration of the areas, because when you get to a certain part of the world, then you go into another one and you get back, certain places, there's going to be a combo in here, I guess. There you go. That's what a perfect combo can get you. And a lot of things are unlocked to you, not only secrets, but even certain areas of the locations unlocked to you when you get back to.
Is it because you've gotten new weapons or new items?
Not only new weapons, but storyline has progressed,
gotcha.
Of course. But he tried to move under the sun. Very clever. But not that it's going to save him. I think I'm going to utilize a different combo on this guy. in just a second, and then we're gonna save a game. You're gonna see a checkpoint, a save point in here. That's how they're gonna look in Lords of the Fallen.
So in terms of, you know, it's action RPG like you were saying or whatever, is it similar to Skyrim where you can come back to these worlds all the time and more stuff's happening, or is it, you know, you've completed this area, you move?
I don't want to lie to anybody that we're an open world sandbox kind of game.
Sure.
It's not that kind of experience. But it's true that we do reward the players who want to seek things that are hidden. Not maybe hidden, but like lying around. We're inside the monastery, by the way, right now. We're going to be showing different, maybe not different class, because class is bound to the magic. We're not covering magic in this presentation, but class is bound to the magical tree. But apart from that, gear, which is totally independent, you can use whatever you want with any class that you have chosen at the beginning. And we're going to be using heavier weapon in here.
Well, clearly this guy's coming to help you. He seems like a nice
guy. Yeah,
he's shake his hand.
We're chatting, you know. Yeah, definitely. He's got arguments to chat about. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, you've moved from daggers now to the giant mallet.
And you can see that heavier weapon, they deliver way more damage, and there's also a timing element into it. But what's important, it's a different kind of approach towards timing. You got to deliver the damage at a certain point of time. Oh yeah, and there's a boss fight coming up. We call bosses lords. Of course, they're the lords that command the fallen god's army. There's
the title. See, yeah, okay.
And the idea that we have is they traverse from demonic dimension to human world, and to make that skip, they need a lot of energy to accumulate, and then they blast in with a huge explosion like this guy. So that's First Warden, the first boss in the game.
Gotcha. For people who ran into us over on the YouTubes, what platforms is this coming to?
This is going to be out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One fall this year. There you go. Just a very quick. I don't want to interrupt the boss fight in here, but
he won't mind.
The way I have sort of tried to play it is I'm sort of trying to showcase how we believe the players are going to be learning to fight the bosses, because there are weak spots, there are holes in his defenses and in his attacks. At the first part of the fight, I'm trying to find them, to seek them, and to learn them, because that's probably what a lot of people who don't know how to fight the boss are going to be doing at the beginning. And then I'll sort of switch into being way more effective, way deadly, way merciless. I'll try to use everything I know against this guy. Also, I don't know how many of you have noticed, but there are sort of splits, there are sort of fragments of his health bar. That's because we have phased the boss fights, and when a phase of the boss fight changes, something dynamically is introduced into the fight. For example, some of his attacks are changed, some new are introduced. In this case, also the last stage of this fight is going to make the boss lose his shield. It's going to be damaged by us, which means he's going to become a little bit more or less defensive. Gotcha. This became a shockwave right now in the next stage of the fight, by the way. I've changed tactics right now. I'm not going to be pretending that I'm a noob.
Sure, pretend.
There you go.
How long have you guys been working on this game?
We've started in September 2011.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like way over 2 years now.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you very much. Got to tell it to our art directors.
No, just take credit for it. You did it.
No, I didn't. There you go. You can actually you can start with dodging. Try to find one look at this guy already tells you that his left side is probably more aggressive, his right side is more defensive. So you can use that by trying to find the weak spots. You can try to find patterns. This is a 4-strike combo, so you can try to remember that. And this strike, for example, has a huge time window after it when you can deliver a lot of damage. This is the last phase. I told you he's gonna become less defensive, but that also means more aggressive. So there's a whirlwind attack that is just introduced.
I like that he plays like the players. Whenever I get down to my last bar of health, I'm like, well, got to do this somehow. Just gonna go out there and punch.
No, it's really important, especially at this last stage of this fight. I mean, that's the way we call it, not to get greedy, so that you don't try to deal too much damage at too short amount of time, because you know he could still one-shot you technically, especially with this strong overhead strike. But luckily, I've played him a couple times already.
Sure.
So.
A few dozen in your day.
Yeah. And there we go. I think I'm almost done with this guy.
Don't get greedy, though. Get in, get out.
No,
give a little jab, get away. I know what you're talking about. I've been there.
There you go. That's First Warden in a nutshell, guys. And that's the first gameplay. I was thinking how I could sum this up. I really believe that Lords of the Fallen is very tactical and yet flexible because of combination of magic and melee weapon. And I also believe that we're trying to approach things that I call tactical, but not necessarily meaning slow-paced or boring. Because if you think about Tekken or StarCraft, these games are extremely tactical.
Yeah. And
they're fast-paced.
Right. It's not turn-based. And I believe
Lords is going to be.
Well, that's what I like so much about what I've seen. Right, is that I understand that there's a mythology to everybody you're fighting, but I'm sorry, that there's a methodical way to take down everyone you're fighting.
Yeah.
But you still need to be on your toes. You still need to be attacking. You still need to be dodge rolling, figuring out what their combos is. It's a fascinating little way because I think there's so many games that do that with bosses where it's like, oh, when he does this, he's open to attack. But it's like this one seems like you could hang back and like give it the first minute of the fight to be like, what is he doing? You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly how. For example, whenever I play a boss that I'm personally serious about, I definitely want to start the fight that way. Hey, I'm not getting in. Let's try to see what this guy has. And that's also why we've introduced dynamics into boss fight, because you might want to do it a few times in a fight. I think that's going to pay off.
Now, Lords of the Fallen looks great. It's coming out this fall. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
I definitely would like to encourage everybody to follow up on the game. This is the first gameplay footage that we've shown to anybody ever. I'm really thank you for having me.
Oh
here.
my gosh, thank you so much for coming. Well, I've been a big fan since PAX. I'm happy
thank you very much,
finally show it to
Thank
people.
you very much. And we definitely are gonna be releasing more gameplay material from now on, because we really do believe that the right way to tell people about this game is to go deep into like tactics, magical, melee combat, and try to explain everything so that when you fall this year, when you go into a shop and you see Lords on the shelf, you know what you can expect from this game. It's extremely important for us, so we really believe that we want to make the future community of this game comfortable.
Well, great. Ladies and gentlemen, for everything Lords of the Fallen, keep it here on IGN.